Hello YouTube, this is the Game King Don B, and in this in-depth tutorial I'm going to show you how to get your character in the Blender game engine, how to get your character's armature bone and skin mask to reload a gun, thus resetting the text counter. Now, for anybody who might be watching this video who don't have Blender, it's absolutely free. All you have to do is go to www.blender.org and they have a free software you can download that's like completely free. There's no demos, no trials. It's completely free to use. You can make stunning movies and games. Not a lot of people know that you can make games with Blender, but yeah, I've been basically using Blender to make games. But I'm sticking with version 2.68. You probably can get that from our website called oldversions.com. But they got newer versions on that blender.org website that you can download absolutely free. Alright, so I already set things up. I got my character here, my skin mask character I made, and I've already rigged him up with an armature bone and stuff, and set up controls, and I've also set up the animation for him reloading the gun. So if I hit play on a timeline, you'll see that, yeah, it's kind of running slow because I have a low-end PC and Bandicam is recording in the background, so you can tell what I'm out there. See, I've set up an animation of him reloading the gun. Now I'm going to set things up from there. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to click the head armature bone and go into snap and go into cursor to select it. Then I'm going to hit Control A, add it, well, you can't add a text as long as the pose mode bones are highlighted in pose mode. And I rotate this is going to be our text document like so. I'm going to give it a material. And then I'm going to scroll all the way down here, make it shadeless, and since it's a text and I haven't converted it yet, you're going to have to use object color. And then come over here, and then you got your object color where you can change the color and it'll also show up in game mode. So that's the text we're going to use, so I'm going to rename it ammo. Like so. Then we're going to get Logic Editor, and how you get Logic Editor is that you click on this tab where I got my pointer is right now, my mouse pointer. Move all the way up to the Logic Editor, but since I already have it open, all we have to do from there is add a game property, change the string to integer, like so. And then we have to do several things inside the Logic Editor. So like in Sensor, I'm going to add the always property under my state, so let's check it off. Call it set ammo. Then over here, I'm going to add a property on this actuator. I'm going to keep it at a sign, text property over here. I'm going to set the value to 0. No, not 0, but maybe 10. Set how much you, like the maximum amount of ammo that you have in a particular gun. So I set it to 10, not 0, because we kind of have a countdown. Now still in the text properties here, we're going to add another sensor. This one's going to be the keyboard controls. Just for tutorial purposes, I'm going to make it spacebar. Call it ammo count. Like so. Over here, we're going to add yet another property under actuator. This time we're going to change the mode from assign to add. Just set the value to radius 1. Like so. Add controller there. Now there's one more thing to do in the text property, in the text logic editor, is to add one more property. And this property is going to be the reset property on the sensor. I'll leave it at equal counting down, then you can just add another property over here called stop count or something. Then we have to change it to add, put in text, and then -1. So that'll keep the counter from continuously counting down. And you just tag that and add a controller there. Now on to the character's amateur bones. Over here, we need to add yet another add game property. This time we're going to change it to integer. Just call it reload, like so. I don't think I showed you that step in that older video I made. I think it's called Blender ammo counter or Blender reload counter or something like that. But yeah, so you just want to calculate how much, like the start of the keyframe, like here to there, like the start of the animation keyframe. So it's 250, so put 250 in there, like so. That. And then, yeah, we're going to add a property here under actuator in the amateur bone inside the skin mesh. And we're going to put reload there, and we're going to put the value, which is the end frame, or the end animation, which is 350. So just put 350 in there. Like so. Just call it reload. Like that. Now, shift select the since the amateur bone is already highlighted, I'm going to shift select the ammo because we're going to do some hooking up, so to speak. So we want the reload counter to go, because after the end animation it should reset the count, so we want it to go to the set count up here. So set to 10 there. And as for the reload here in the oh yeah, it's very important, and it's a crucial step that I overlooked in that video that I uploaded on YouTube. It's very important that you fill in the frame properties with whatever property you have over here, or else it won't work. So yeah, that's something I overlooked in that last video I uploaded onto YouTube. So this one's a better video, so yeah, make sure you fill it in with that property. Now from there we want to add this to see the where is it? Yeah, the reset ammo counter and the text property. You want to tack that there to there. Now if you have some kind of key set up where, like, if you release a key and the character will just stand there, you just untack that. I'm just gonna untack it for now, because if you keep it tacked, what you're gonna have to do to reload the gun is that you have to hold that key, that specific key down to reload the gun, and it should be able to work. So yeah, I'm just gonna press the embed player. Oh, the character disappeared because I have a collision box for him. So there he is. So hold up, let me set some things up. Okay, I had to pause Bandicam. It's already 8 minutes. I'm not trying to record for too long, and plus I have the unregistered version of Bandicam, which only allows me to record up to 10 minutes. Now I made some changes. It turns out in the reload counter that if you set up a reload counter in the amateur bone inside the skin mesh, is that you got to add another controller in the text logic property, and then you just tack it to the set counter up here. And if you don't want your counter to continuously counting after you reloading the gun, what you're gonna have to do is like I said, you have to set this value to add 1 or 0. And then you set this to minus that number, or you can just set it to not equal. It doesn't really matter, and it works. So if I let's just hit the embed player, or you can just hit P to play. If I hit the space bar, it'll count down, and as you'll see, the counter won't go past that number until he reloads the gun. And that is pretty much how you get your character to reload a gun within Blender. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks for watching.